Hello everybody, this is a sit and talk and I just want to say thank you to all my followers. I hit my target for the end of November in the middle of October. Moreover, because of your feedback, I've got a good idea of the kind of videos you want to see. So I'm not only hitting my target, I've got a direction for the next target. We've character builds lined up, more talk about lore and stuff and everything else like it. I'm also going to do some AMD videos. Sorry, RX 580 users. I'm not an RX 580 owner, so I can't help you really in that department. All I can do is give you general comments on drivers, and the drivers usually produce similar issues across the board. So it is relevant, it's just not specific to your card, if you know what I mean. And I've been told by one of the users that the 2210.2 drivers are out. And somebody else explained, I might be the same guy, explained that it's a codec issue that's causing the crash. It sounds right. What he's saying does sound right because it is when you're using that codec, I get the most problems. So I'm going to test that out on No Man's Sky while I'm off, and we'll find out for certain. And I'll make a video about it. So thanks for that, mate. Also Dover and stuff. I love the comments about the cities. There's no bad feedback. Abusive comments will get ignored. He's just talking to themselves. But any other feedback, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to support me or my views. Any feedback's good. I can match feedback with stats and see how relevant it is to everybody else. Or I can see how many comments agree with each other. Lots of things I can do, but it's all good for me. It helps the channel grow, right? To be honest, I don't want to be surrounded by yes men. I'm not a yes man. I get along best with those who challenge my views, and I'm not afraid to have my views challenged. I think it's a sign of maturity when you can have your views challenged and remain calm, cool, collected, and respectful. Anyway, regarding Skyrim, now, and the cities, there's one more city thing coming out that's already been done. That's Windhelm. That's coming out tomorrow. So you'll see that tomorrow at some point. But that's the most important city, probably for the human side of the Elder Scrolls game. Uh, so anyway, watch it. It'd be a good one. I do want to do one on Raven Rock and so as it's Solstheim because I love Solstheim. You just create a Dark Elf character, get in there. Just immerse yourself. That becomes your base of operations, and you don't so much go from Skyrim to Solstheim as Solstheim to Skyrim. You're a Dark Elf coming to visit Skyrim, and I play it that way. The character builds I'm doing right now is just a way of showing people how you can immerse yourself in the game. You focus like I'm doing like two-handed weapon heavy armor character right now. Doesn't know much magic. It just knows how to use a heal spell, and he doesn't use a bow. Right, so if anything's flying around, he can't touch it. It does affect how you play the game. He has to wait till something to land and then axe in the head. So that's coming. I've got loads of recordings for it. I've got to edit it down and make a few comments and stuff. But that's coming. Right? It's another one of my favourite things. It's a very orky character, to be honest, even though it's not an orc, it's a Nord. But yeah. But regarding these videos, these city videos and stuff, I've got to explain something that'll put things in perspective for you, the lore and the background and why it's important. I live in a city called Hull. Hull was the most bombed city outside London during World War II. The Germans redecorated the city, completely changed the city forever. I walk down the streets of the city centre, and I know on May the 6th, well, between I think it's the 6th and the 9th, 1941, my home city changed forever. It went up in flames. 86% of the buildings in this town were damaged or destroyed by German bombs. It's not the same city it used to be, and when it got rebuilt, it wasn't built the same way, which is why my comments on Kvatch are relevant. I live in a city that was destroyed by attack. I know how they rebuild it, and they don't rebuild arenas just because there was one there before. Sorry, folks, but you were wrong. Right now, the problem is you go through into a game and you don't know the history. You're just walking past a wall, but if you know the history of that wall, you know that building there, right, is new because the one there got burnt down and 400 people were killed in it, or 700 people were killed in it. or that your city hall, was built in 1902 or opened in 1902 and was almost destroyed by German bombs and had to be restored by 1952, and everything around it was just flattened. And then you see one old building next to it and you think, wow, it survived. You know that building survived the war. It got through. Everything else was destroyed and burned in ruin. You know, and if you go into a pub and they've got like a smuggler's tunnel going to a local dock, and it's down there somewhere, and you know roughly where it comes out, then you're sitting there having a pint in the local pub, a dram shop, and you're thinking, somewhere under this building's a tunnel that leads all the way to Queen's Gardens, and it comes out just in front of the BBC building. And you know it's there. When you're taking pictures of that area, that history immerses you in the local scene. For instance, Hull started the Civil War. We told the king to go and do one. And next thing you know, there was a civil war going on. And there's a location that most people in my locale know about where it happened, right at the top of Whitefrigate. Now, you imagine that in game terms. You walk into Windhelm. You know the 13th companion was the first king of Skyrim, the founder, of Skyrim, you might say, and he, ruled from that palace in Windhelm. You get the same kind of feeling. It's only a game, but you get the same kind of feeling. And if you're playing a specific character, be it an archer or a mage or a thing, and you're not a jack of all trades, then you can only play. You've got the limitations of that character. That immerses you into the game as well. You've got a double whammy there. You've got the immersive character and the local lore, which you know. And it doesn't matter how many times you walk through that town. That sense of awe is still going to be there every time you go through. It doesn't go away. It just adds to the fun. And this is why it's important for players to actually understand that knowing lore isn't a boring thing. It increases the enjoyment of the game. Those people that just want to get through to the end and move on are only playing half the game. It's as simple as that. Anyway, thank you again for the support. It's really good. This is the job I want to be doing full time. This is my future employment prospects, and it will take off. And the irony is, when I left school, I wanted to be a cameraman, and here I am on YouTube doing exactly what I wanted to do. Well, I wasn't expecting to be in front of the camera, but so it's my life has come full circle, you might say, and this is a symptom of it. I think because where I live, wasn't much hope of getting work, in that particular field. I gave up on it, but now we've got the BBC in the city centre and a lot of other things, and the YouTube and social media and companies everywhere and Netflix. There's loads of opportunities. So anyway, thank you for the support. There's going to be more videos coming. Definitely going to be one on AMD drivers if the 2210.8 or 2210.2 is out. Definitely on that. I am working on a basically a warrior build for Skyrim, and I will be hopefully doing a Raven Rock video probably while I'm off. So look out for those and keep the comments coming. It does give me some kind of guide, and some of these videos will be put there, and I know they'll just keep on getting views. They'll just generate views forever, and they're the videos I want to be getting more of because they're useful beyond this week. So anyhow, I'll see you in the next one, and there'll be a whole new set of videos coming for the coming week being created over the next few days. See you shortly.